All right, so this is gonna be a quick one. I just finished watching Wes Craven's A New Nightmare, and I believe I don't really know the backstory to this one, but I think it's called that because A Nightmare on Elm Street. There might have been some IP disputes with the creator and the studio, or that could have been Friday the 13th, because they also changed their name after a few movies. Jason Takes Manhattan, for example. So I don't know what's going on with these movie franchises and why some of their names are different. I don't know if it's Wes Craven's A New Nightmare because he wanted it to be different. But this movie was meta, and I love this movie. My Letterboxd review is going to be 3 stars. The only sentence I'm going to put is, this movie was ass, I love it. That's the title of this episode. This movie was ass, but I love it. I was going to watch Him with my friend Christian because he's back in town, but he obviously had to visit his family and shit, so I couldn't do that. I couldn't be like, nah, let's go watch Him, if he had a family dinner to attend to. So I switched my tickets to go watch Wes Craven's A New Nightmare because, to make sure this is still on, I wanted to watch that movie. I genuinely hate that I love that movie. That movie was ass. Like, from start to finish. That movie was so ass. Like, the acting, the main character's acting was really bad. I won't lie to you. The main character's kid, he's a kid, so I don't think his acting skills were going to be up there to begin with. But his shit was ass, too. The only acting that was believable was literally everybody else's acting. Like, everybody else's acting was pretty good, except the ladies that worked at the hospital towards the end. Their acting was pretty bad too. But even though I've repeated myself over and over how bad I think this movie is, it's just something about that it's so bad that it makes it so good. Like, the story was goofy. Basically, the twist, I guess, if it's a twist at all, but the ending is basically a recap of what happened throughout the film. Like, the ending, there's a script on the floor, and it's basically saying everything that had transpired in this movie, and it's supposed to be like, oh, basically what we saw was the script of the movie, so none of it was real, but it felt real because it was real to the person that it was happening to. Did I explain that correctly? I honestly think I really did explain that correctly, even though it makes very little sense what I'm saying. But I'm giddy. Like, I don't know if you could tell by my voice, but I'm giddy. I'm happy I watched this movie. I was excited going into the movie. I knew how bad it was. I remember vaguely how bad it was. And this is the one Fabian had mentioned literally in our lunch episode, about how the claw, it should be a claw, like a glove, not like a prosthetic. And I agree with him. I thought I was cooking. I was like, yo, we should make it part of his hand, but they didn't execute on it the way I would have if I was in charge, I guess. But man, the claw not being a prosthetic, not being a glove, was really a bad move. Fabian was correct in that to say. But there was a point where in the beginning of the movie, the kid's acting is so bad. Like, he's like staring off at a distance. It looks like he's literally trying to remember his lines, or maybe reading his lines over. And no, I can't knock that on the kid. I'm like, he's literally, I don't know how old he was. He's probably like 7 or 6 in this movie, or portraying to be that old. Like, I can't fault him, but it's like, can you imagine being on set and being the director and you're like, fuck, that's the best take we gotta work with? Like, you can't even confident be like, oh, that's the take, fire, next scene. It's like, all right, we gotta shoot a few of these and we gotta choose the least bad one. That's the tragic part. I think my phone got slanted. I don't think I made that any better, to be honest. I have to do more work in post, but man, Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. I will give it 3 stars. I can't justify anything higher or anything lower, but it's just the fact that I went in there very little expectations because I vaguely remembered how bad that movie was. But man, I enjoyed myself. Like I had gotten like some French fries. I got me a Coke Zero. Like I was locked in. And there was a point where in the middle of the movie, I was like sleeping with them. Like they was falling asleep, and I'm like, shit, I'm getting a little sleepy too. And then I turned my head, and then I made a noise. That's how you know I'm about to go to sleep. And I'm like, or I think I snore like really loud. Like that's how I know I'm going to sleep. And then that noise woke me up, and then I got jump scared. I think I preheated the oven on that jump scare. I scared myself, and that's how I woke up a little bit. And then a jump scare happened, and then it got me. I won't lie to you guys, that shit got me so good. But it was a moment where I think you finally get to see Freddy for the first time, and that's why this movie is so bad too, because they don't show Freddy until like 75% of the way through. Like you get to see the old Freddy, and it's a gag because it's a meta movie. So it'll be like, oh look, we're actually, the movies you saw previously, they were actually movies. There were like an actual thing that happened, and the girl that was in the movie is an actress, a child actress, and now she's grown up, and now we want another Freddy movie. So that was interesting too. So yeah, we get to see both of Freddy's designs. The old school classic one, the more red and green look, and then we got to see the version of Freddy that we got in this movie. And I don't hate either one of them. I love both of those designs. The only thing, again, like I said earlier, was the claw. I think the claw should have been an actual glove and not part of his hand. But I liked the direction this movie was going with in the beginning, where the claw was more mechanical and had more like technology in it. I thought that was a cool like concept that didn't really necessarily go anywhere, because in the beginning the claw like gets a life of its own, and then it kills some people in a dream, but it didn't turn out to be a dream. It turned out to be something super real for that person. Well, for the people that died. Even the ending was so fucking goofy. It was so goofy to the point where I'm like, is this too goofy? Is this too silly? Is this too wacky? The way the mom has to save her son, basically, she's got to go into the dream world. She's got to pop some sleeping pills, like 18 sleeping pills. And then she finally goes into the dream world, and then she's sliding down like a fucking slide, like at a water park, gets shot out of it into a waterfall, into a Freddy world, like a Disney World, but Freddy world. And then she dukes it out with Freddy for like maybe like 15 minutes, and then, you know, she wins, and then the movie's over. But it's the fact that like she was in Freddy world. Like I don't think you guys are getting that. Freddy world, like his face was like a big ass logo for this place. But I don't know. I love how ass this franchise is. Like I saw the original 2 over the last couple weeks, and then I saw this one because for some reason they showed the first one, the second one, and then I guess because I saw them on like a Friday and a Saturday, I guess Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today's Saturday, so I guess we're at the point where we're at Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. But yeah, I don't feel like I wasted my money going to this show. I got to eat some fucking fire halal wings right across the street. Because the Alamo Drafthouse, I'm telling you this right now, you will not get the money you used to get from me anymore. Like, I got to eat my wings that I was really craving. I've been craving them since like yesterday, and I finally got them today. I got those wings. They were fire. They were juicy. And I got to enjoy them right before I decided to change my mind and watch this movie instead of him. So him coming soon, maybe, because I'm still not sold on the concept of this movie. I think what's his name? Jordan Peele, right? Jordan Poole. I forgot his name, bro. But I've so far the movies that he's made. I think he's made like 4, and I've only liked 2 of them. So this is the 5th movie that I would see of him, and then we'll see would I like it, would I hate it. So far, everybody's saying this movie is ass, and I hate when people tell me that because I want to formulate the opinion of my own. I don't want to hear your opinion about movies, honestly, because I believe I have the greatest taste in movies to where like you can find the good in everything. The good in every whack ass movie you think is whack, I can find a good portion of it and justify the time that I spent watching the movie. And it's that simple. So Hymns maybe on the way. We'll see. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.